So far we have studied these 9 non-chordate phyla. Today we will study the next phylum, which is Hemichordata. Earlier, Hemichordata was a subphylum under Chordata and it was commonly called half chordate, but now it is given the status of phylum under non-chordata. Let us study the characters. All hemichordates are marine. They show bilateral symmetry, they are triploblastic and coelomate with organ system level of organization. Their body is divided into a proboscis, a small collar and a trunk. Their respiratory structures are gill slits. The excretory organs are proboscis glands. They have open circulatory system. They are dioecious, males and females are separate. Fertilization is external with larval stages. Balanoglossus and Saccoglossus are common hemichordates. Now we will study the most developed phylum, that is chordates. Chordates are further divided into Urochordata, Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. But all chordates have a typical hypothetical structure, which is a presence of notochord, dorsal nerve cord, pharyngeal gill slits and post-anal tail. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, coelomate and organ system level of organization with closed circulatory system with heart. Now they are further divided into Urochordata, Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. Urochordata and Cephalochordata together are called as Protochordata or primitive chordates. They are marine. In Urochordata, the notochord is present only in the tail part of the larva, whereas in Cephalochordata, notochord is persistent throughout the life. Examples in Urochordata, common examples are Ascidia and Doliolum, whereas in Cephalochordata, the most common example is Brachiostoma. Now let us study about the vertebrates. Vertebrates have the vertebral column, which is a replaced notochord of the embryonic stage. They have 2, 3 or 4 chambered heart and a pair of kidneys. They have limbs, which may be fins, wings or limbs, which are called appendages. So we can say that all vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates. We will be studying the vertebrata in more detail. Vertebrates, as I told you, they have a vertebral column, but they are divided basically on the basis of their jaws. So vertebrates are further divided into Agnatha and Gnathostomata. Agnatha are those vertebrates which lack jaws, so they are called jawless vertebrates, whereas Gnathostomata have well developed jaws. Agnatha includes Cyclostomata, whereas Gnathostomata is further divided into Pisces and tetrapods. Let us first study about Cyclostomata. Cyclostomata, they are worm-like fishes. They have the body without scales and they don't have paired limbs or paired fins. They have gill slits for the respiration. Their mouth is circular, that's why they are called cyclostomata, and with a suctorial structure. They have cartilaginous vertebral column. They show closed system of circulation. Now, if you see the life cycle, they show a very unique type of life cycle where the matures, they move to the from marine to freshwater for spawning. They lay eggs and die. Eggs hatch into larvae and larvae again migrate towards the marine water. Petromyzon and myxine are common cyclostomes. So, we have studied about the Agnatha. Gnathostomata we will study in the next lecture, which are divided into Pisces and Tetrapoda.